Hi, I'm Becky Wade, and I am going to read an excerpt from my new book, Rocky Road. I'm going to read the first few pages. Chapter 1. Though they'd never met, Jude Camden was an expert on Gemma Clare. Minutes from now, he'd introduce himself to her, which made him feel the way he'd once felt toward standardized tests in high school. Lots of duty mixed with purpose. It was February 16th in the state of Maine, and today's sunny weather would have been enjoyable for this time of year if not for the biting, angry wind. Fortunately for him, he always dressed appropriately for the weather because he never left home without first studying the forecast. Flipping up the collar of his dark gray pea coat against the gusts buffeting him, Jude walked past the trendy shops and restaurants of Bayview, Gemma's small, historic hometown. When people thought about Maine, they usually thought about the coast. Many had little familiarity with inland towns and cities like Bangor, where Jude lived and worked, or Bayview, which was named for its view not of an ocean bay, but the bay of Pushaw Lake. Bangor was a 45-minute drive from the coast, and Bayview was 20 additional minutes north of Bangor. He loved to fish, so he'd come to Pushaw Lake numerous times, but he didn't love to shop. So this was the first time he bothered to visit the town's center. He watched the address numbers climb until he reached Gemma's store and stopped. A sign creaked on a wooden arm jutting from the white painted facade of an old brick building. Carved gold letters on the sign read, "Perfumes by Gemma Clare." Time to get down to business. Steeling himself, he entered through a hot pink door. He saw no one, but a fragrance, flowers and citrus, welcomed him the way a dust storm might welcome a traveler to the Arabian Peninsula. The scent barreled over him, incredible, unlike anything he'd smelled before. Rich and complex, maybe too much of a good thing, like serving a person a 40-ounce steak or a bucket of wine. Other than the lack of people, the interior looked as expected, based on the online photos he'd viewed. Wood floor, a ceiling that exposed the cement underbelly of the floor above, plus ductwork and metal pipes, white walls, shelves holding clear glass bottles of perfume, body cream, shower gel, candles, labels in bright pastel colors. The feminine environment gave him the uncomfortable feeling that he'd breached a space men rarely visited. "Hello?" came a woman's voice from behind the swinging double doors that divided the retail space from the space at the back. "Hello," he answered. He knew that Gemma employed one person, Stella Russo, her aunt on her father's side, age 58. He also knew that Gemma worked the shop floor in the middle of every weekday so the older woman could take her lunch break. He'd purposely arrived during the lunch hour on a Wednesday in hopes of catching Gemma alone. A flash of movement at the double doors caught his eye. He looked up in time to see a woman peek out. "Ah," she said, then disappeared before he'd had a chance to meet her eyes or register anything about her other than her long red hair. Fortunately, that one distinctive detail was enough to confirm her identity. This was Gemma. "1 second," she called. He crossed to a shelf and opened a tester bottle of bath gel named Relaxation and Berry. As he was holding it up to his nose, Gemma burst through the double doors, carrying a huge gift basket. When she spotted him, her eyes went big with alarm. "No!" she yelled. And that is the opening of my novel. If you have a chance to read it, I hope you love Jude and Gemma's fake relationship trope romance.